Time for match number 40 of the Big Bash League Season 10. It's the Melbourne Stars and the Adelaide Strikers. Let's build our fantasy team on my 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPNcricinfo. I'm Rana Kapoor and Tom Moody is all set to join me. Right, let's go to our pro tip first up, and this is about not the players that are there, but the players that aren't, and some key players missing for both sides. The Stars, therefore, are heavily reliant on Glenn Maxwell and Marcus Stoinis. Fancy them to feature heavily in today's team. And the Adelaide Strikers, on the other hand, have had more contributions from multiple players, with 4 different Man of the Match award winners. So make sure you pick enough players from the Strikers, even though they are missing a very important name, Tom.
Yeah, look, that makes a lot of sense. You know, it's nothing better than having a side that has multiple match winners and not so reliant on just a couple of key players. You know, there's no doubt the Melbourne Stars have struggled this year, and they have very much been focusing on a couple of their superstars. It will be very interesting, though, to see how the Strikers do respond with the absence of Rashid Khan, because he's been pivotal with it to their bowling campaign.
Yes, no more Rashid Khan for the Adelaide Strikers. If we look at player availability, he's out due to national commitments now. So too is Nicholas Pooran, who won't be available for the rest of the season. So a couple of key players out from either side. Of course, do check in closer to the team toss and team news updates for final teams from both sides. Let's go to our team now, and for that, a quick reminder on the My 11 Circle Fantasy app, 100 credits for every user to build their fantasy team. 4 categories of players to choose from: batsmen, bowlers, wicket keepers, and all-rounders. You can pick a maximum of 7 players from one team in any given contest. Each player's individual credit value is listed on the app. We'll throw in 4 substitute options for you as well towards the end of this video. In our top picks, our captain and vice captain both feature from the Stars. Our captain choice is Marcus Stoinis. Of course, we know how good he's been right from last season's Big Bash League. He's shown glimpses of that sort of imperious form this year as well. His last 3 scores, that magnificent 97 not out, 34 and 47. So it looks like Stoinis is back to his best batting form. He's also scored 737 runs in 25 games at the MCG. While Glenn Maxwell is the vice captain, after back-to-back ducks, you think that the Melbourne Stars captain is due for a big one. We know that he's been in terrific form in the earlier parts of the season. He's also been outstanding in those middle overs, and he can get you points with bat and ball. Captain choice is Marcus Stoinis, vice captain Glenn Maxwell. They give you double and 1.5 times the points respectively. Alex Carey in our top picks, the Adelaide Strikers skipper and the leading run scorer in Big Bash 10 for them has got 279 runs in 8 games, and his one constant pick, a reliable bet you could go for, is Alex Carey. Points with bat, points with gloves. Wes Agar is there as well, the second leading wicket taker in this year's Big Bash. He's impressed everyone with his wicket-taking ability. 17 wickets in 10 games, average of under 17. Adam Zampa as well. Now, whenever the Stars feature, you think Adam Zampa will feature, and he is Australia's first-choice spinner in wide ball cricket for a good reason. In his last 6 games, Zampa's picked up 12 wickets. Among the current bowlers in the league, no one's picked up more wickets than him at the MCG, with 25 scalps in 19 games. Marcus Stoinis is captain, Glenn Maxwell is vice-captain, Alex Carey, Wes Agar, Adam Zampa round off our top picks. Tom, do you like those?
I do like those, and expect Marcus Stoinis to maybe even start bowling, so you might be getting some extra points there. But you've gone, obviously, with form here. Wes Agar, as you say, has been in terrific form, wicket-taking form. You always got to have a leggy in your top picks as well with Zampa. And Carey's been a good all-round performer. So, as you say, Maxwell, he's not going to keep quiet for too long, so expect a big one from him.
All right, let's go to some differential picks now. And Haris Rauf, of course, stole headlines last season in the Big Bash. He's also been a top performer for the Stars in his 12 games with 21 wickets. That includes that hat-trick against Sydney Thunder. Since he made his debut for Pakistan in T20Is after that Big Bash League, he's picked up pretty decent returns in international cricket too. Jonathan Wells is there as well after a couple of very successful seasons with the Adelaide Strikers. A lot was expected of him this season, but he scored just the 204 runs in 10 games so far. The MCG, though, is likely to assist his batting style in our view. Long boundaries, opportunities for a lot of doubles. So Jonathan Wells and Haris Rauf among our differential picks. Our full teams, he's Alex Carey as the keeper option. There's Nick Maddinson, Jake Weatherall, Jonathan Wells, Stoinis and Maxwell, who are our captain and vice-captain respectively. Adam Zampa, Haris Rauf, Wes Agar, Dan Worrell and Danny Briggs. Substitutes bench sees the likes of Hilton Cartwright, Liam Hatcher, Phil Salt and Matthew Renshaw. And we're giving you an alternate scenario where Cartwright could replace Danny Briggs in the 11. Would you make that swap, Tom? And any other thoughts you'd like to leave our viewers with?
Yeah, look, I wouldn't be making that swap at all, because you've got to remember Danny Briggs is going to have to step up to the plate given the absence of Rashid Khan. So he'll be taking a stronger responsibility as the key spinner, and he'll be bowling, more the favourable overs or the critical overs that Rashid Khan would normally be bowling. So a good opportunity for him to show his quality. Apart from that, I think the rest of this, the 11 looks very, very good. There's plenty of wicket takers in there, and obviously some form players with the bat.
All right, Tom Moody, thank you very much. Pleasure as always getting your thoughts, and thank you for your time. We'll be back with plenty more from Tom as the Big Bash continues to roll on My 11 Circle Fantasy Pick on ESPN Cricinfo.